Hi, this is Quek here. Welcome to another session of my Facebook Live. In today's session, I would like to talk about network marketing. And the topic is sick of arguing with people about your network marketing. Alright. Now, if you have been in network marketing for a while, you realize that we spend a lot of time to convince people, about our business. Okay. So basically, this is one of the things that we waste a lot of time with. In network marketing, we try to convince people. Alright. So basically, it turns out to be argument sometimes. Okay. So what are the areas that people argue about or you have to defend? There are three main areas. Alright. Number one, you probably heard people arguing with you that MLM is a scam. Now, this is something that is usual, right? People who do not understand, they say MLM is a scam. Alright, and you know what most people will do? Most people will try to convince them that, it is not a scam. Alright, and sometimes it turns out to be a big argument. Alright, but the truth is that, you know that it's not the scam. But as far as they are concerned, they have their own belief from their own point of view, from their own perception that it is a scam. Alright, so basically there's no end to arguing with these people. Alright, and a lot of us, we try to give them information that we have gathered from our leaders, that MLM is not a scam, and so on. Alright, number two, we argue about products because most of the time, they say that our product is expensive, that is why the company can pay you a big commission check and so on. And sometimes we get argument from other network marketing companies as well who are competitors. Alright, they say the product is better than your product and so on. So the argument goes on and on and on. Alright, so that's the second area about product. The third area is about the company. As usual, people say that MLM company is a scam, or my company is better than your company, and so on. So these are the three main areas that, we spend a lot of effort and time, trying to prove ourselves or trying to defend ourselves, all right? And it is really, a drain of our energy. Don't you think so? It's a drain of our energy, all right? Now, you must realize that in an argument, all right, no one is the winner. Nobody wins, okay? And it is just a matter of stroking your ego or their ego, that's all. Alright, so basically, in any argument, whether you're right or wrong, alright, nobody is going to win. Alright, because if you think that you win, alright, they become your enemy. Alright, they will not like you. On the other hand, if they win, then you may not like them. Okay, so basically, an argument will lead to no solution whatsoever. Alright, now, what you need to do is develop posture. That's the most important thing. You must develop posture in what you do. Okay? Regardless of external acceptance or approval. Alright? You don't need validation from people. Alright? You know yourself. It all boils down to your belief system. What you believe about the network marketing business model, what you believe about your company, what you believe about your company product and compensation plan, and so on. Alright, so it's important to realize it all boils down to your belief system. How strong is your belief? And if you want to get validation from people, let me tell the truth, you're going to wait for the rest of your life to get validation from other people. Have you spoken to another person who's in another network marketing company? Have you ever heard them saying that, oh, my company is not as good as your company, my product is not as good as your product? No, there's no such thing, alright? They will always claim that theirs is much better than yours. There's no end to the argument. And basically, if you want validation, forget about validation. You know who you should get validation from? From yourself. Alright, validation from yourself or from your leaders on top. Okay, so that's what you must understand. It is all boils down to your belief system. Alright, and you must realize one more thing. In our network marketing business, we are not in a convincing business. You cannot convince people. Now, I always give this good example. A person, okay, has been trying to be, convinced by their parents for 20, 30 years of their life, to become a better person, to change. Well, the parents have not been successful. So convincing, even the parent cannot convince them. You think that you come in as a network marketing person trying to convince these people. Alright, it's not easy to convince them. So don't waste your time trying to convince people to your point of view. Alright, as far as you know, even their own parents cannot convince them. Isn't it true? All right, people find it very difficult to change. So we are not in a convincing business, but we are in a sorting business. You sort out people who got the right quality and work with these people. All right, so basically it is all about sorting business. It's not about convincing. All right, I remember years ago when I went to US for a holiday trip, you know, with my previous company. Most of the people will go shopping and so on. I don't go shopping. I go to visit the top leaders in the US. All right, I went with my wife and we go to the house. We look at the lifestyle, you know. And in one particular case, he was one of the top leaders in the company. I asked him, you know, how do you train leaders? I asked him, how do you train leaders? You know what? He looked at me. He looked at me stunned, you know. He said, we don't train leaders. We look for leaders. That's it. You want to train somebody to become a leader, like just now I say, you know, it's so difficult to change people. All right, but there are people who are already in a leadership position, who have got the ready leadership quality and so on. Look for these people. All right, no need to convince people. That's the problem with a lot of people. They fail because they get disappointed, because they try to convince somebody to their way of thinking. People will not change. All right, remember that. Even their parents cannot change them. All right, for so many years of their life, they stay together with the parent can't change you, and here you come, being an upline leader, you know, trying to change these people. You can forget about it, okay? So basically, you know, you cannot change people. And remember that, you know, network marketing is not about convincing people, it's about sorting people out, all right? So, you know, it's the truth, because the leader told me, we don't convince people, we sort people out. We look for good leaders. There are good leaders outside there, that's for sure. And in network marketing, you don't need a lot of good leaders. You just need a handful of good leaders, that's all. Depending on your compensation plan, of course. But I mean, a handful of good leaders, that's good enough. You don't need hundreds of good leaders, which is not easy to find, that's for sure. But a handful of good leaders. I know of people who just got a handful of good leaders and they built a few 100,000 network, you know, a few 100,000 team in their network. Okay, just from a few good leaders, that's all. Okay, now I want to give you a simple example here to see how people react. Okay, now if somebody comes to you and say, electricity is a scam. Electricity is a scam. Okay, those who don't have a strong belief system or who are weak, you know what they say? Oh dear, that's terrible. Oh dear, that's terrible. Although you know that electricity is never a scam, right? But some people, if they have a weak belief system, or they are you know, they are not good leaders at all, you know, they will just fall apart and say, oh dear, you know, it is terrible. Compared to somebody who's a leader who knows what he's talking about, they will say, hey, I just got the light on. I just got the light on and it is legitimate. That's it, full stop. There's nothing to argue about. Are you with me? So that is posture. When people come to you and say, oh, your company is this, your company is that, how do you react to it? Let's show what sort of leadership you have. Most people, if they're strong, their belief system is not strong enough, they will get shaken, you know, they get shaken. The way they speak, you know, yeah, I don't think so. The thing is that, you know, if you are totally 100% believe in what you do, you have strong posture, all right? You have strong posture. After all, you don't need them. Honest truth, you know, you don't need them. You're looking for the right people. If these people who come in are wasting your time, I tell you, you know, you'll be wasting your time with these people who are from day one, they're going to fail. All right? I'd rather work with people who are committed to become successful. I can have one person who wants to be successful rather than having hundreds of people who just want to make a fool of themselves. Okay? So that is it. All right? Now, the other thing is that, you know, if people come to you with the same example just now, electricity is a scam. All right? Or they come to you and say, well, it won't work. MLM won't work. So what is your reaction like? You know MLM work or not? Or you're shaky, you're not sure. Well, if you are a strong leader, you say, well, really? It doesn't work? That's it. No wonder you are not successful in life because of your belief system. All right? I mean, I'm one person as well who will challenge people because I don't need them in the team. I'll challenge them. Sometimes I make fun of them. Right? Especially people who come to me, you know, they just join a company for 3 to 6 months and they come to me and say, Richard, this is much better than what you are doing. Much better than what you are doing. They just join 3 to 6 months, that's all. I tell them, I've been in my company now for 17 years. You stay in that company, stay put for 17 years, then you come and talk to me. Honestly, you got no strong belief system. No wonder you hop from one company to another. It only shows that you don't have a strong belief system. All right, you think that, you know, it's the company, it's the product that make you successful, not you. But successful leader, they know. They make themselves successful. It's not the company or not the products or not the compensation plan for that matter, right? But of course, it does help. But then, at the end of the day, it is you who make the difference. Okay? Now, as you know, there are a lot of misinformation on the internet. Don't you think so? Anybody can start a blog, you know, or a website and talk whatever they like. All right? Talk about nonsense. Actually, a lot of information there are a lot of nonsense. All right? Now, the truth is that, you know that companies like Amway, all right, they have been around for so many years. In fact, I think they have been around for more than 50 years, all right? And they are a legitimate company. But, you know, some websites still, I see today, they say that Amway is a scam. A bloody stupid thing, isn't it? That means people just talk without even knowing what's all about, okay? I'm not saying that, you know, Amway is the best or what, but what I'm giving a simple example that, you know, even Amway until today, they are one of the oldest MLM company in the world. They are still in existence today, and it is legitimate, and yet on the internet, there are people who say that it's a scam. So when people write about your company that it's a scam, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Just ignore it, because the most important is you, okay? Whether you strongly believe in it or not, okay? A lot of misinformation outside there, that's for sure. Now, why do you need to have posture? You really, in network marketing, you need to have posture, you know, have posture, strength, all right? What it means is that when you have posture, you have efficiency, all right? You have efficiency, that means you don't waste time trying to talk to people, trying to convince people, trying to please people. You don't need to do all those. Those are very tiring activity, and it can really give you a lot of stress, don't you think so? So it will, you know, reduce the efficiency, that's all. All right, so you must have posture. Know that what you are doing is the best, and you are a professional person, okay? Now, the second thing I think that, you know, sometimes people try to prove and say this and that, you know, about network marketing, it is not a scam. But the most important thing is this, I believe, you know, is to prove the concept. Prove that the concept works. And how do you prove that? Very simple. Become successful yourself and show to people that it works. Are you me? Of course, you know, new people, it might be difficult, but then you can leverage on your upline leader who are already successful, leverage on them. You may not have success now, doesn't mean that you cannot be successful. You still need to have posture whether you are successful or not today. I started like most new people as well. You know, when I was starting the business, people also ask me, how much are you earning, how well you are doing, you know. Well, I don't have success at that time, many years ago. I have to leverage on my leader, you know. And then, oh, my leader is this and that, you know, leverage on them. Okay, so proof of concept means that the system work, the network marketing business model work. So how do you prove them? By the, you know, your success, by the car you drive, okay? By the holiday trips you take, by the house you live in, and so on. Prove to them. All right, but of course, don't make it up, all right? All right, I'm not saying that fake it until you make it, you know, that way, you know, buy expensive car to show people off when you are broke, you know. No, when you're successful, what I mean, okay? So prove to them that the system work, your company work, okay? And the thing is that, you know, stop being defensive, all right? You know for sure that network marketing is one of the best business model outside there. Your company is one of the good company outside there. The product is good, the marketing plan is good. Believe in it, all right, and be solid like a rock, all right? Don't be like, you know, a tree, you know, that is blown here, blown there. No, be solid and be stable and be what you call strong, okay? So basically, do not be defensive, all right? When you're defensive, it shows that you're very weak, all right? Don't have to bother, because people can say whatever they like. What's important is you know yourself better than anybody else, right? If you believe that is good, who cares about what people say? Most people, you know, they worry about what people say. Who cares about what other people say? You know, I have friends, close friends, who laugh at me. I'm not joking. I think I've shared this before. You know, when I was you know, in UK doing my studies and so on. I came back, and when my friend met me, you know, he said, Richard, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing network marketing. He laughed at me. He said, haha, you're so stupid. You're wasting your parents' money, sending you to UK for so long, spending so much money. You come back to Malaysia, you're doing network marketing. Well, how do you feel? But my belief system is strong. I know what I'm doing. I couldn't be bothered with him. But the most important thing is that I'm doing much better than him. I have more time, I have more freedom, I have more money than him, that's for sure. Alright, because that is success. Alright, that is success. So you got to prove with the success that the business works. Alright, if you keep on struggling and struggling, well, there's nobody to blame, my friend. But if you are new, I don't blame you. Leverage on your upline. But if you are still struggling after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I mean, there must be something wrong somewhere. I think get out of network marketing and do something else, because probably it's not for you. Honestly, because you're not putting in the effort. That's it. I always say there are no lazy people at all. There are only people who are not inspired. They're not inspired. So you got to be inspired to move on. Challenges are always there. If I tell you about the challenges I go through, probably you vomit blood. Huh? Okay? Now, so it is your choice how you want to react to objection. Alright? Stop arguing with people. You yourself should know what you are doing. Alright? If you are not sure what you are doing, then I tell you, you cannot be successful. Sit down and think, am I in the right profession? Network marketing. Is my company good? Is the product good? Is my upline leader good? And once you make up your decision, that's it. Go ahead. Don't look back. Alright? And in the future, don't blame your upline leader as well that they are not helping you, they're hopeless. Come on, make a decision now, because this is your own business. Don't forget, your own business, alright? As far as I'm concerned, right? I have upline as well. Everybody got an upline, but my upline really didn't help me much. Alright, but well, I thank him for one thing. He shared the business with me. Alright, I'm where I am today because of his sharing about the business with me. Okay? So that's all my sharing for today. I hope that you learned something. Let me summarize for you. Alright. Are you sick of arguing with people about your network marketing? Alright. So what are the areas? There are 3 main areas. One is MLM is a scam. Okay. Your product is not as good as my product, or the companies make the product price so high that they can pay commission to you, you know, and your company is not good as my company, it's a scam, and so on. And there are others as well, you know, which I only want to talk about these 3 today, right? Argument, there's no winner in an argument, that's for sure, all right? And you are not here to convince people. Remember, in network marketing, we are in a sorting business. So from today onward, go out and sort the right people. Don't try to convince people, beg people. I tell you, sometimes I see people begging people to join. Please join me. I joined you many times before, your other program. Forget about it. And I always remember one thing, if they are supposed or they are meant to be with you, they will be with you. If they are not meant to be with you, you can cry until the cows come home. They will not be with you. Are you with me? Okay, so another example I give you is that what happens when people say electricity is a scam. Well, okay, or franchising is a scam. It depends on how you answer, whether you have posture or you have belief in what you do, right? And, you know, you need to have posture all the time. That's important. In network marketing, posture is important. All right? Knowing that you are right, you're going to go ahead. All right? In terms of efficiency, when you're posture, you have efficiency. You don't waste time trying to prove yourself and so on. All right? And we are only looking for the right leader. Okay? So that's all my sharing for today. I hope you really learned something. I thank you for your time that you spent with me here. Alright, so if you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. Alright, even a little, you know, thumbs up will be good. Alright, well, but preferably put a comment there, good sharing or something like that. I appreciate it very much. Alright, so I'll see you again next week on Monday for another session of my Facebook Live. So this is Richard Quek here from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.